Hello and welcome to our channel. My name is Linda from lindaspapercraft.co.uk and we are in August 2025 and this is week 3 of the Gallery Blooms bundle coffee and card. So this is the card we're going to make today. Now I'm going to change it up slightly, so you can either make it like this or make it like I did. It's up to you. So this one I glued the piece of Misty Moonlight on the front of the card and added the flowers. On the one I'm going to make today, what I've done is I've trimmed the first 3 centimetres off my blank, and I'm going to still put my flowers on there, but I'm going to stick my blue on there, so you've actually got a decorative border here. Okay, so let's see how it goes. I haven't tried this, it's all in my head. Right, so your flowers, so we're doing 3 of these flowers. So what I suggest you do, if you have a stamping platform, is you die cut your 3 flowers out using this die. Okay, if you don't have a stamping platform, then just stamp them 3 times and die cut them. So what I've done is I've already die cut and coloured my die cut and stamped 2 of my flowers. I just need to do the 3rd one. So I am just moving everything out of the way and bringing in my stamping platform. So what I've done is on one of the die cuts, I've taken the negative space and I have put it on here. So I pressed the wrong button. I paused instead of press the time too. Sorry, new phone playing. Right, so you can see there that I've put the negative around the stamp so there's an even border. Okay, so go back to normal. And I'm just, showing off now. Do that again. And what I'm going to do is pop that in place. Okay, like that. Then I'm going to get my Memento black ink pad, ink up my stamp, and then stamp my image using my stamping platform. Lift it up. Oh, for once it hasn't stuck. So, and there you can see that image is gorgeously cut out with a lovely even border. Okay, so I stay stood up because I didn't want to do the whole video with you zoomed in. Right, okay, so I'm now going to colour that in. In the original card I used Berry Burst and I'm thinking Pretty Peacock looking at it. The reason I did it in Misty Moonlight is it's a neutral colour. Colour them in whatever colour you want. So today I am using, and this one I used the lighter one and then the darker one for the central. This time I'm going to use all the same. And I'm using the light Fresh Freesia and the light Lost Lagoon. So I'm going to start with... I'm going to use the longer end. I always double check with my brush ends because when I use them in class sometimes people press on too hard and they wreck them. So basically with these ends you are using it like a brush. You want the lightest of pressures. You do not want to be pressing on at all, otherwise you will wreck your nib. Okay, oh, that's not a leaf. Getting a bit exuberant there. So, and I'm just leaving white space around the edges of all of the leaves so that it's a bit sort of free and easy. So you can take your time or do it like I'm doing. So, and then I'm going to do the same with the flowers. Now, the way you can tell you've got the brush end is it's the thicker bar, thinner bar brush end. So, and again, just gently painting on the colour using the brush and leaving some white space. There we go. So I'll just finish the top flower, then do the other one. So I'd be intrigued to know how people do these videos. Do you make them as you're going along with me, or do you watch them and then make them afterwards? Or a bit of both? Just let me know in the comments below. And all the measurements for all the pieces I've used will be in the comments below as well. Oh, I missed a leaf. And it nearly became pink. Well, fresh freesia. There we go. Just come back in and do that little flower leaf. So as I say, just gently adding colour. There we go. Right. So back to our card base. So I'm just going to put the blue here. So this is a 3 centimetre strip, which is and 13.8 high. So I am going to pop some glue on that. Now I've cut this with a trimmer, so I'm leaving the little ledge even side up while I glue, so it'll be side down when I attach it to the card. Okay, so that's on the inside of the card. I'll do it right up to the edge. It's just hanging over a bit at the bottom there. It's just a tiny weeny bit too long. I'd rather it was a tiny weeny bit too long than too short. I don't like it when you can see the white card around it. So I'm just going to take the snips. Just take that little edge off. There we go. Okay. And then I'm going to glue the flowers to the front edge of the card. And what I'm actually going to do is, this actually is the 3rd time I've tried to do this video. So I've decided what I need to do is actually put the glue on the card, not the flowers. I think that will be the best. So I have my silicone mat and I'm going to position my flowers. So I want them actually sort of coming off the edge of the card, so that I can trim them, but possibly not that far. We'll see. And then, so I put these two that way with a big leaf pointing down. Okay, so that going again so you can't see the edge. And then the other one, I put the other way up. That way up. Okay, so you're going to get all the flowers, aren't you, going this way? Just thinking as I'm doing it this way. Oh, no, I can't, can I? No. Right. I can do it that way. No, I don't want it that way. I want it this way. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to eyeball where that's going up to. So we make it so it just covers that edge there. So, right. So that's sort of there and there. I'm going to put the glue on the card. Don't ask me how I know. I'm sure you can work out how I know. We're just going to pop that on the edge there, going up like that. Okay, that's the first one. And then I'm going to do the same with this one, and then I'm just going to add the middle one. So again, I've just put a bit of glue on the edge there, and I've got my card, my flowers rather, and I'm just going to put them sort of like that, because I don't want them going more than 3 centimetres, so I want to be able to have some border of the blue. Okay, and then this one I'm actually going to put on dimensionals. So I'm going to get my dimensionals on, which are hiding in the cupboard, and I'm just going to pop 2 there. So 1, 2, and before I put the flower on, so I'm just going to pop that. So I just need another one under those leaves and under these leaves. So 1 on there and 1 near the top there. Okay, and then we're just going to pop those on and take these off as well. So, and that is just going to go there. Now with this one I have put all 3 of them the same way up. With the other one I flipped the middle one, but it's up to you what you want to do. Okay, and then see, look at that, how cute is that? So I just need to trim off these little bits top and bottom. So turn your card over, get your scissors or your guillotine and just come across there. And I don't know if you can tell, it's just that little bit there. Actually, does it? Oh, it stands up fine, so it's fine. I don't need to take that off. And then just take that leaf off there. And there we go. So now we've got, I really like that. You see, I can still see why. If I put that there, you won't be able to see the light. You won't have a light in the way when you're trying to line everything up. That's my excuse. Right, so I'm going to open that out again. And I'm going to stamp my thank you. And then I'll add my blue. So in Misty Moonlight, this is off Tasteful Textures, which was a month before last. And just noticed I've managed to get ink all over there. And I'm using the Misty Moonlight ink. So I'm just going to take that off so we don't get any halos of colour around our stamp, because it'd be a shame after doing all this. If you don't want to stamp straight onto the front of your card after you've done all this, there's nothing stopping you putting it on a piece of paper. So like stamping it on, you could stamp it on your piece you've cut off and position it. Just cut it to size if you don't want to stamp straight onto the front of your freshly made card. Right, and then all I've got to do now is add my little blue strip. And that's card 3 done. So next month is going to be a bit different, because next month the whole of the 4 weeks is going to be on an embossing folder. And if you are on Facebook or Pinterest or even probably TikTok, you will have seen this embossing folder everywhere. I shall stick this on and then I will get it. And people have just picked this embossing folder up and run with it. There are so many different designs. It's amazing. Let's get that straight. Okay, so that's card 2. Yep. I have cut these just very slightly longer than the card, so you may well have to find that you're trimming off the end as well. Tis a smidge, tis but a smidge. Right, and then let's get the bone folder, or the Teflon folder, I should say. Is that straight? It's not even straight. Good enough for government work. It's nearly straight. But I'm loving the way that works. I think I prefer that to that. That's the easy way, and that's stepping it up a little bit. And next month's coffee and card is this. It's huge. It's an embossing folder. It's got sunflowers on, and we're just going to do 4 different techniques just using this embossing folder. Because it is stunning, it's really deep, it gives lovely impressions, and you can just do so much with it. It's amazing. Looking forward to playing with that. Right, okay, so I hope you've enjoyed that, and I shall see you next week. Bye.